Hi there, it's Jessie here, and big fat warm welcome to this little tiny channel. Thank you very much for being here. Hi, if you're coming back. Hello to all our new subscribers. And if you're completely new and you clicked on my face, congratulations, you found this little tiny corner of the internet, and your life will never be the same again. Okay, guys, how are we doing today? Monday. New week for some. I'm feeling good for the most part. I was having a funny conversation with a friend the other day where, like we used to say, how are you? At least in British culture anyway. It's like, how are you? Yeah, fine, thanks. How are you? Yeah, I'm fine. And you just say I'm fine, whether you mean it or not. And, I'm an English teacher and you teach English all around the world. And the first thing you teach people is, hello, how are you? I'm fine. Let's just get that out of the way. And then some of us started realizing, wait a minute, we're saying I'm fine and I'm not fine. So then we sort of try something else, like, how are you? Well, and maybe we don't just say I'm fine, maybe we're a little bit more honest about it. And then we realize not everyone wants to hear that, but some people do. And then you start it became this whole big thing, like, how are you? How are you really? No, how are you really? And then people talk about everything that's going on. Well, it's this and this and this. And so I was talking to my friend about it, and I asked her, how are you? And she was like, I don't even know how to answer that question anymore, because it used to be I'm fine, and then it became like everything that was going on in my life, and now I just feel like, we decided, let's just go back to fine. Let's just average it out at fine, because we all know how much is going on in all of our individual lives, right? Ooh, a lot. For some more than others, but it's all relative, because it might not look like there's a lot going on, but you don't understand what's going on in our minds. Or, we're just all dealing with a lot. The world is flipping crazy right now, and so much is coming up for being purged, collectively and individually. How are you? Fine, thanks. Taking everything into consideration. I mean, this is awesome, and that's happened, and this has changed. Oh, and I don't do that anymore, and this is suddenly happening, but there's also that, and this thing that I haven't looked at 20 years. Let's average it out, peeps, to fine. We're still alive, that's what I like to say. Still here. How are you? Still here. Make of that what you will. Nah, some days I love to be here. I'm really happy to be here today. Thank you for my life. Thank you for all those that came before me, that brought me life. Guys, look at this. This is my talisman. Dee. What is a talisman, you say? Let me explain. So one of our community members here, the Mindful Compass, his name is Alex, and this is his magic. And I'm telling you, people, magical person. He's a magical person. He is a magical person. And he shared his magic with me. Thank you. So he got in touch and he shared with me his work, which is creating talismans for people. So how does it work? I give a brief overview, and Alex, please forgive me if I bodge this. My experience, you bring a subject, an issue, a problem, a topic, whatever it is that you would like support with. So I brought my fossilized heart, because it was shortly after I'd had this meditation of my internal landscape and found out it was a bit empty and cold in there. And I have a fossilized heart. So he begins with the word fossilized, and then I choose a color. I chose black, obviously. Black. So now there's all the other color here, but first it was just the black. So he gets it on there. He actually writes out the word, but in like F. However, he tunes in, guys. Magical person here. So he tunes in. So there's a lot of space for life to move through. So he adds it, and then he'll hold it up, and he'll just hold it up to see how it feels. Then I respond with how it feels, and that sort of leads us on. So the next word for me was heart. So he's like, what color do you want for heart? He's got all of these colors. And I'm like, I think I want this one. And then heart goes on there. And then he'll show you again, how does it feel? And each time you're shown, you start to see this story develop. It reveals itself. And of course, we're adding to it, but it's very magical. I don't know how else to explain it. And so we've come with this issue, right, which is sort of the center of this talisman. And then Alex will prompt with like, when did you feel most joyful or most alive? Tell me about that memory. And you tell him, and he's listening with his heart, and he'll say, this word stood out to me, or what about this word? And then we choose our next word, we choose the next color, and we add it to the talisman. And it goes on and on. Now, guys, I'm telling you, my fossilized heart went from being a vacuous cave, empty and desolate, to a bloody party, but party does not do this justice. Imagine like back in the days when they had big castles and kings and like the banquet. That's the word I want. A banquet, a royal banquet. Turned into the fossilized heart became a chandelier, became the centerpiece where all of these people gathered in warmth and joy. So my fossilized heart became a meeting place of happiness, joy, and abundance. I don't know how else to say it. And you can see, right, the black, which started off as the fossilized, is, for me, it's a candle / lighthouse. It's this pillar inside of me, and it has 2 keys either side. And these, for me, this is like more candles from the chandelier. And it's that thing they say, isn't it, that your biggest wound or trauma, if you can transform it, can be your gift to this world. And I quite like, this is what this talisman is speaking to me, that my fossilized heart, what happened to me to fossilize my own heart, is actually become my pillar, my lighthouse, and the keys. And the centerpiece of all of this joy that I can bring. And it's magical, I'm telling you, because I believe stuff like this is a different kind of intelligence, and one that's we're not encouraged to develop, at least in the Western world as I know it. You know, it's very rational. Is it left brain? Forgive me if I get them wrong, but it's very left brain. And the right brain intelligence is a totally different kind of intelligence, people. And it's this kind of intelligence that speaks to the intangible, the unseen. And this is doing stuff to my subconscious. I tell you, when I received it in the post and I got it out, full body chills. So I'm extremely grateful, Alex. Thank you for your magic. Thank you for sharing it with me. It's like a map of my future, this, when I look at it. It's like, oh yeah, I remember now where I'm going. How crazy is that? So all of this to say, if this is your kind of magic, if this speaks to you, I 1000% recommend Alex to you. And you can find his contact information in the description box below. So thank you, Alex. Still getting better at breathing out, but still having to practice it. Still notice that sometimes I go and just keep it there, even in the videos. So little bit, little bit, little bit. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I want to say that the space wants today. And I don't think so. I think I will leave it there today. So guys, thank you so much for watching this far if you're still here. I really appreciate it. I'm glad that you like it. there are ways you can support this space if you would like to, which is with a like. Also comment and let me know how it feels for you. I love the feedback, by the way. Even if you don't like it, like, interaction brings me joy. So if you want to bring me joy, interact a little bit. I sometimes get back to comments and sometimes don't. Please don't take it personally. I'm very grateful for every comment that comes through with whatever intention they come with. But I don't always get back to them, and it's nothing personal. Hit subscribe if you feel like it and you want to see this again, and we'll see you in the next video. And for those who can and are willing, if you really do feel supported from this space and you see what I'm doing and you see where it's going, consider donating as well, because then the space can grow. And I really believe in this space, but I need it to support me as well. In ways, I need it to support me as well. So that's that. If you want to support in another way, I offer something called mirror sessions, which is where I hold very loving, compassionate space to witness you in however you want to be witnessed or need to be witnessed. It's the most important thing. It's incredibly healing. So if that interests you, get in touch as well. There's my email. And yeah, otherwise, have a beautiful day and a beautiful life. And whatever the weather, guys, whatever's going on, it's tough, but come on, we got this. We keep going. We keep going. Hold the line! Hold the line! We got this. Bye. Well,